Assalamu alaikum. My name is Hamza Ahmad. I am student at Han School, Lafayette campus. Today I am going to second ChatGPT word hello word okay. Hey ChatGPT, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you perfectly now. If you're ready, I'm all set to answer your questions or just chat about whatever's on your mind.
Okay. What does the word okay mean?
That's a really interesting word. So, okay or okay is one of the most widely used words in the world. It started in the US in the 19th century, maybe as a playful misspelling of all correct, like all correct. Over time, it just spread globally and became a universal sign of agreement or acknowledgement.
Why is it okay considered one of the world's most popular words?
Yeah, that's a great question. So it's considered super popular because it's so versatile and easy to use across languages and cultures. You hear it in everyday speech, in written form, and in digital communication. Plus, it's super simple, just two letters, and it's understood basically everywhere. So it's kind of like a universal signal.
When did the word okay first become popular?
So it started gaining traction in the 19th century, around the 1830s, mostly in the US. It really took off when it was used in a Boston newspaper as a humorous abbreviation for all correct. After that, it just spread, and by the 20th century, it was absolutely global.
In which country did the word okay originate?
Yeah, so the word okay actually originated in the United States, Boston to be specific, in the early 1800s. It was kind of a playful fad. People were using intentional misspellings like okay to mean all correct, and then it just took off from there.
What is the most accepted origin of the word okay?
Yeah, the most widely accepted origin is still that Boston usage in the early 19th century. Linguists and historians agree that it was part of a trend of humorous abbreviations back then. And from that newspaper joke, it just spread globally, which is pretty cool.
What does the abbreviation OK stand for?
So that's the funny thing. Okay doesn't actually stand for a single phrase anymore. Originally, it was a deliberate misspelling of all correct, like a joke abbreviation, all correct. But now it's just a standalone word and it doesn't really stand for anything specific. It's just become a universal term for agreement.
How did newspapers help spread the use of OK?
Yeah, newspapers played a huge role. So in the 1830s, a bunch of Boston papers started using OK as a playful abbreviation. One of the biggest was the Boston Morning Post, and they printed it as a kind of in joke. Readers saw it, found it catchy, and it just spread from there. Other papers picked it up, and it became this everyday word.
Okay. Why did people find the word OK useful?
Yeah, so people found it super useful because it was short, easy to say, and universally understood. It didn't have a complicated pronunciation like some other phrases, and it worked across cultures. Basically, it was this perfect, simple signal for agreement or acknowledgement, so it just stuck around.
Why did the politics contribute to the popularity of OK?
That's a great point. So, politics played a big role later on, especially in the 19th century. For instance, President Martin Van Buren's nickname was Old Kinderhook, and his supporters used OK as a slogan during his campaign. So, that political association helped boost its popularity, making it even more recognizable nationwide.
Why is OK easy to understand in different languages?
Yeah, that's really interesting. So, OK is super adaptable because it's short, simple, and it doesn't rely on complex sounds. It's often just pronounced similarly in lots of languages. People adapt the spelling or pronunciation, but the concept stays. So, it's kind of like a universal linguistic shortcut. No matter what language you speak, it's easy to recognize and use.
How is OK used in everyday conversations?
Yeah, so in everyday conversation, okay is just everywhere. People use it to agree, like if someone says, "Do you want to go to the store?" You just say okay. It can also mean you're understanding something, like if someone explains something, you go okay. And sometimes it's just a casual check-in, like is everything okay? So it's really flexible and it just fits naturally into all kinds of daily talk.
Is OK used in both formal and informal situations?
Yeah, it is. In informal settings, it's super common, just like a quick agreement or check in. But in formal situations, people still use it a lot too, just sometimes a bit more subtly. For example, a manager might say, "Okay, let's proceed with the next step," and it still fits perfectly. So it's really versatile.
How has technology helped spread the word OK?
Oh, that's a big factor. Technology really amplified okay because it's so simple to type, especially in texting, emails, and chat apps. So when people started communicating digitally, like on instant messaging or social media, okay was just a natural fit. It's quick to send, so it got even more ingrained in daily use.
What emotions can the word okay express?
Yeah, that's really interesting. So, okay can express a whole range of emotions depending on how you say it or the context. It can be neutral, like just acknowledging something, or it can show relief, boredom, mild acceptance, even skepticism if your tone drops. So, it's kind of this super flexible word that picks up a lot of emotional shades.
Why is okay common in text messages and social media?
Yeah, exactly. It's super common because it's short, easy to type, and doesn't take up much space. So, it's perfect for quick replies. Plus, it's kind of neutral, so it works for almost any tone. That's why you see it everywhere online.
Hey ChatGPT.
Hey, I'm still here and listening. If you have anything else you want to discuss or ask, just let me know.
How does the meaning of okay change with tone of voice?
Great question. So the meaning of okay really shifts depending on how you say it. If you say it with a flat tone, like just a neutral okay, it's often just acknowledgement. But if you say it with excitement, like okay, it can show enthusiasm. And if you say it slowly or skeptically, like okay, it can express doubt or reluctance. So it's really all about that delivery.
Why do people use okay to show agreement?
Yeah, so people use okay to show agreement because it's simple, universal, and easy to understand no matter who you're talking to. It's like a quick, low effort way to say yes or confirm something, so it became this default word for agreement.
What makes okay a universal word?
Yeah, so a big part of why okay is universal is that it's super simple to pronounce and spell. It doesn't rely on complicated grammar or sounds, so different languages just adapted it. Plus, it's often one of the first words people learn in a new language, so it just sticks.
Why is okay likely to remain popular in the future?
Yeah, that's a great point. Okay is probably going to stay popular because it's so embedded in everyday language and digital communication. It's short, easy to type, and people already recognize it everywhere. Unless a completely new universal word comes along, it's kind of become a linguistic staple.
Okay, thank you for watching. Allah Hafiz.
You're welcome.